Hey friends, welcome back to Astrology Today. This is Mel Rose. Today is Friday, March 17, 2023. The sun is still in Pisces, will be for a couple more days, moves on into Aries here on Monday. So now is a good time to be reflecting on your sun transit in Pisces. How has the last month gone for you? Especially in terms of your work, social, and civic life. It could have been a little bit of a confusing time or just a little bit of a pause between breaths, right, in the outer life. So how has that gone for you? Please let me know in the discussion below if you'd like to. Moon moves on into Aquarius today. This is a time when we are pulled out of our home spaces and out into the public to seek our collaborators, our co-conspirators, our birds of a feather, so that we can work together. And today at 5:44 a.m., the sun moves into a full conjunction here with Mercury. So in Pisces, we've got Saturn, we've got Neptune, the sun, and Mercury. It's a very Piscean vibe right now, okay? So it's about using your imagination. It's about sort of relaxing and going with what your gut tells you. But the sun conjunct to Mercury can bring a little intensity because we're thinking about our sense of purpose at this time, right? We're thinking about how things have been changing, how things are changing, and how will we express ourselves after this? How will we live out our purpose in life after things go through the changes that we're going through? Where will we be this time next year, right? It's time to be thinking about that at this time. Venus goes sextile to Saturn at 4:25 this afternoon. Venus sextile to Saturn, I like Venus and Saturn together because it reminds us that we can be attracted to, we can be drawn to reliable people, places, and things, reliable relationships, right? We're seeking out partners who add value and support to our lives. And when we find them, that sextile vibe says that we can work together to generate something positive for ourselves. So loving that vibe. The moon goes void of course today at 9:13 this morning, and that's going to be a conjunct to Pluto. Void of course is that period of time, of course, that it spends between the last aspect it makes in the sign of Capricorn before it moves on into Aquarius today. And so it makes that aspect with Pluto. It's very intense because it's conjunct. You could have an emotional experience. You could have a discovery. You could have a recall of something, okay? Stuff comes up. Discovery can be intense at this time, but listen, this too shall pass. It's not a lasting thing. So if something comes up and you are struggling to deal with it, give yourself a moment to take a couple of deep breaths. Say, I don't really have to handle this right now, and we will deal with it when the time is right. The void, of course, lasts only 12 minutes today. That gap of time lasts only 12 minutes today. So sort of kiss your hand to the sky and keep moving. And then the moon moves on into Aquarius. So again, we're called to our collective to seek our allies and co-conspirators. Coming up on Monday, the sun's going to move into Aries. That's also the spring equinox. This is when the sun goes into the spring. And this is really our official start to the year. This is the time when the days are of equal length to the nights. And from here on in, the days will get longer and they will get warmer and they'll be sunnier. So that's really good news especially for those of us who like to go outside and hopefully enjoy some good weather soon. The new moon is in Aries on Tuesday on the 21st. So, new sun in Aries, new moon in Aries. This is a great active way to get started on our new set of goals and circumstances in our lives. All right, so those are the aspects for today. Hopefully you made it through this week fairly well. I know some people who had somewhat of a bumpy ride. I had a little bit of a bumpy ride, but as long as you can try to sort of be mindful of how you treat yourself and you treat the people around you, it should be something that we can come through with flying colors. And then next week is going to be much more positive. You're going to feel a lot more initiative and active forward motion. Not so much questioning, not so much quite intensity and not so much transition, because remember, Saturn went into Pisces, the sun is moving into Mercury, Venus just moved into Taurus, right? Mars is going to move into Cancer next week. Mercury is going to move into Aries. So all these transitions sort of bring about some endings and beginnings for us, some sort of shifts in consciousness and the way that we do things. So once we've weathered all of that, things should be pretty much easy going forward motion from there. All right. Thanks for joining me this morning, friends. I truly appreciate you, and I'll see you all back here soon for more Astrology Today.